Good morning, Board. This is a presentation to hopefully allow you to adopt the District Technology Training Plan, which I'll present to you today. First, I'd like to start with what this is. The District Technology Training Plan is basically a comprehensive overview of resources and needs in the district. We sent out a survey to teachers, technology specialists, as well as a few others to find out exactly what was there, what was needed, what people were looking for, and hopefully we can find ways to meet professional development goals for teachers in the district as well. Just a quick overview of the district. As you know, being the school board, with just over 17,000 students here in the county, our job is of course to prepare them the best we can for the real world and getting them out into further education. The survey link that we sent out showed that about 75% of our schools have laptop carts. 100% of them have full use computer labs with somewhere around 35 computers, and so students have the ability to get a hold of and be in and use these personal computers, but there are no classrooms which have full classes worth of computers for students to use full time, and so there's no ability for us to have full-time access to computers in lessons. And so if a teacher would like to have a lesson, they have to reserve the cart. Hopefully they'll get it. If not, they may have to postpone or cancel that lesson altogether. The alignment of this is very closely related to the district technology plan that St. Mary's County Public Schools has already put together. One of the main objectives of that district technology training plan, or the district technology plan, is of course to improve student learning through integration of most appropriate and effective digital technology. That's great, but one of the great things that first things you have to do is know how to use that. And so the idea behind this technology training plan is to be able to afford our professionals the ability to go in, use the technology that's there, use it better, use it more effectively, and hopefully that will of course translate into the classroom. Next, we're going to take a look at our current technological resources. As you can see, and as I mentioned, there are no classrooms, full classes of computers in the schools now. There are classroom computers. It's usually 2 or 3 classroom computers. Tablet carts are available in the classrooms as well, and so there are groups of tablets that are passed around from classroom to classroom. Again, being able to reserve these, use them for classroom lessons can be difficult, and so hopefully finding ways to better use different resources the instructors do have for the students. Of course, you can see 100% of our classrooms have instructor computers and projector capabilities, if that's through just a projector or if it's also with using the whiteboard, which you can see about 75% of our classrooms throughout the district are equipped with whiteboards, the interactive whiteboards. And so being able to come in and use something such as a whiteboard is a great technology to be able to present, to use, for the students to be able to use to the best of their needs as well. And so being able to project using either a whiteboard or a projector and having an instructor computer is very important because they're able to show and share like they used to in the old days with the old overhead projectors. But this is now more integrated in the classroom, being able to use an interactive whiteboard and have those students be a part of the lessons as well. Now we come to the problems and the needs that we found through the surveys. We have, and one of the questions that we asked was, how many of you have actually had any formal training? Well, as soon as 70% of our faculty and our teachers had not had any formal training yet, which then translates to, of course, their comfort levels. 75% of our respondents saying that they low to mid comfort level in the technology they are able to use in the classrooms. And the technology in which they're able to use right now is the good old slide presentation, PowerPoint being the biggest one. As you can see, about 80% of our teachers and faculty using slide presentations in the classroom, while a lot of the other available resources are lagging tremendously. The interactive whiteboards being the biggest one, only 50% of the classrooms really using that to its fullest potential, even though almost 75% of the classrooms have those installed and are active in the classrooms. Now, the great thing that we came across within the ability for our teachers and the desire to learn more. And so when we ask them, what would you want to learn more about, as you can see, slide presentations dropped drastically, and everything else rose tremendously. And so you can see the interactive whiteboards leading the way at about 95% of the respondents saying that they want to learn more about how to use interactive whiteboards. And then multimedia lessons, social media being big and booming, as well as meeting spaces, blogs, class websites, Dropboxes, being able to submit things online. So being able to have all these different options for our faculty and our staff to be able to use is wonderful. The biggest issue that we have is these technologies are available to them, but as we saw before, many of them don't know how best to use them. And so the idea behind this is to be able to get them into using these technologies the best that they possibly can. Now, the audience that we wish to focus these training programs on is really everyone who teaches, and so the programs are built for all grade levels. A lot of the workshops will be specific to grade level. For instance, tools for web teaching. A lot of these will not be in elementary school yet, and so a lot of the Google Docs, a lot of the writing, a lot of the things that go along with the web and social media, once the students are old enough, they'll get there. So those will be focused more for middle and high school students. Connectivity in the classroom, being in contact with the family members and the students, be everyone. Now, for pre-K, K, elementary school grades, a lot of that connectivity will be just with the parents. You start getting to middle and high school, some of that connectivity will come with the students as well. And so those will be focused for everyone. And again, these can be pared down again and again to really focus on specific groups, content areas, getting into really specific places as well if need be. Some of the course examples that we've come up with so far, as I mentioned, connectivity in the classroom, connecting parents and teachers with one another, keeping parents involved in what's happening in the classroom, keeping students up to date with assignments, due dates, making sure things are done on time, and connecting the teachers with the parents so that the teachers know what the parents are thinking. So if they feel like the students are getting too much homework, or if other things can happen in the classroom that parents may need to speak with teachers about, they can have that relationship and that connectivity. I also mentioned the web tools for teaching. Being able to integrate this great web-based technology into the classroom is important because it's there. A lot of it is free, great to use, great learning tools. But getting it into the classroom is having, again, that education behind it. So getting them ready to use that and ready for the classroom. Interactive whiteboard integration, one of the big ones that we saw, one of the greatest interests from our faculty in terms of what they'd like to do, what they'd like to learn more about, how can they use it, what can they do better. And so being able to run this one multiple times with different groups, different cohorts, either with grade level or with very specific into subject matter. So having math teachers sitting with social studies teachers may not be the best idea because they're doing two very different things with them. And so being able to parse these all down to very specific groups can be done. By all means. And one of the last ones we came up with is the Maryland Technology Literacy Standards for Students, and being able to incorporate these different technology standards that Maryland has put forth and how faculty and teachers can get this forward. One of the great things about being able to show what the Maryland is requiring of our teachers is being able to meet those requirements. And so hopefully having a better understanding of what these requirements are will allow teachers to plan better for their lessons and get them into the classroom. Now, this technology training plan is going to be something that will be a growing entity. It will continue to grow, it will continue to shape, it will continue to be revamped and redone depending on what the needs are of the faculty and staff. And so there will be evaluations and follow-ups to go along with everything that happens here with the training plan. So I hope that this was informative and you make a decision based on what I've shown you here that really will benefit the district, the students, and most of all, our teachers and what they're supposed to do in teaching our students. Thank you.